Did say 1,569 Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. They were doing your idea Simin Shin Tez Vav Sif Hey to Sif Yud Beis. Hey, Bechor Shutum Bechor, whose gender is unknown, is a sub Bechor, is a sub Bechor. Then you're doing Mazorch Negev, we don't know if it's male or female. But Yochlena Bemumo, Imipo Boy, you need it if it gets a mum. I'm doing Batzmo, ain't a mum. But being a tumtum in of itself is not a mum. They should closely crum because you can um, uh, rip open the place where the genitals are covered. Liosi Mazorch Love, see if it's a male or not. Tiyani Lomelo to Chazal cry. I'm astonished why Chazal does not require us to rip open that place. The Rosen see came because you can clarify the doubt. Here's Lois Chaibel Asos Kane. Shulchan's Chiddush says that you don't have required not to do not required to do that. And it's about Chaim because it could cause anguish to the animal. Actually, but if it's tipped on its own, Yuchalis Bar can be clarified. Cause my Shulis Bar, so it's not clarified how a suffix. It's a doubt of a Shaykh and it belongs to the owner. I know that's because the coin is the Motzi Mechaber Lavaraya. I would have to bring a proof. If Davka made the move of Makam, the Nakvus have a suffix. Specifically, if you there is a if you the sorry, it's a typo. Davka ben metil not mum, that make the mime. If it urinates, Makam Zachrus, but Makam Nakvus have a suffix. If it urinates and plays through the a female orifice, then it's a suffix. I mean, make the mind Malcolm Zachrus if it urinates through where the male orifice would be, I guess. Because obviously you don't see it, where it would be. So then, you have to get the coin. So that's interesting. I guess even though it's the genitals are covered up, you can tell from where it's urinating, and that would be not determinative if it's from the place where a female would urinate, but it would be determinative if it's from a place where a male would urinate. Because the Rambam says no, even if it urinates in a place where a male would urinate, it's still Savik. And all this are Rishon arguing. The Fisuk is a Shas Sov Perek Vav, according to the Gemara, the head of Dafman Beis and Bukharius. Lady Mucha Kain is, I assume it's Bukharius. It's explicit. It's pretty explicit. The Meitum Mum again. Meitum Maim Malcolm Nanakwas if it urinates a place of the where or female urinate. So you can say that the male, the genital has become distorted, and it's urinating out of where the female orifice would be. Not vice versa. Andregas have a ganke so bechor. Andregas who has both genitals is also bechor v'yocham mum bailim. It could be written by mum if it gets mum by the Yisrael owner. Avsheish mishtaver the beer of neatzmu. Even though there is an opinion in the more that it's its own gender. Rainbow Kedusha cloud has no Kedusha but Sarmut because of allowed to shear it and work it and it does not require mum. Nevertheless, because it's very the matter of meaning we say it's in doubt whether it's male or female. And we don't say it's a creature a gender unto itself. Have a sub never to say because of that. They write according to in this after Rambam. Even according to Rambam, should talk for coin if the coin sees it, Motzim Yodo. They have to take it away from the Kohen. Because really, the primary halacha should be that it's a gender unto itself. The love is so bechor, now it's not so bechor. The machmina mazel in shchita gizav avoda. We're machmir whatever in terms of shchita, to shecht it, to eat it, and to work it, and to shear it. The lo yikoy, but not in terms of that there should be some ownership interest of the Kohen. In the brackets it says, "I'm going to keep ega b'shem talk for Kohen." There's a mistake, and then down here Eger. So it says that that Andrei is included as an Akeva. Talking about Zohar Akeva is supposed to say it's both Zohar Akeva Ayin Sham. Vav, because around Perik Dadin Yud Gimel, the Rambam writes, an animal which left us pregnant and came back not pregnant. The next calf to be born, next animal to be born is a in doubt. Shema davar shena poter Maybe Bechor Pila, we're concerned that maybe it is a Bechor because maybe whatever it miscarried something, the animal miscarried something which is not suitably a Bechor. Then if they behave a Ptiras Rechem Achi Gilu Rosh Piko Shel Arev. And the miscarriage of an animal is not going to be Poter Rechem until the head comes out like the orb of the spindle, which you use in order, like the head of the spindle, which you use in order when you're weaving a garment. The pico is a small ball, which you put at the top of that spindle with which you weave. And the Orev is the cross thread. It's larger than the thread which is in the loom. So I guess it made the spindle contained is larger. If the head of the miscarriage was thick like this measure, there was to be a opening of the womb, and exempts one which comes out of some chora, but it does not exempt fine Sifyud Gimel, which we will not be doing today, from tomorrow's Arukh HaShulchan. Even though the Sifyud Gimel was the last sif in the Simon, but there's a long brackets there, so we're going to leave that for next time. Here to Shem. Zayin. Aladin Shabari Konis on the luck of coming back empty. Not have to write the measure of opening the womb. Seems superfluous. Came into Shlomo Fanei Appeal since we don't know what happened. It didn't miscarry in front of us. They just write simply to animal which seemed to have had its first pregnancy, which left pregnant and came back empty. The one which comes after is in doubt. Maybe a gay bird something which does examine Bechora, Akal Shono. They didn't write more. Is alluding to a different halacha. The kind of shape of where it miscarried in front of us. The roim, we see if the head was round like the spindle shel erev, the poita ba'achrav, so it exempts the animal which comes afterwards, from being bechor. If not, it does exempt. We don't not acquainted with these measures in any event, which causes him to we don't know the formats. Either the forms or the formats. Therefore, we have to always be machler in a little bit of a bar unless it's absolutely clear cut. Shir hayomim enosim the amount of days of the pregnancy is not evidence by an animal because the Rambam Shabbos Shono, like the Rambam writes it as follows. We already explained. Shabla b'adam digmar b'yom yom. A fetus in a human being is complete after 40 days. And in blood, and if the miscarriage is before 40 days, it's not a fetus. A fetus of an animal. Did not have a specific count at which time it becomes a viable fetus. So always the case, always going to be a case of a doubtful bukhar which comes after a miscarriage. Certain things which do exempt, as we will see, called in the next sif, tinfa or shilya, as we shall see. A small animal, meaning a sheep or a goat, that which was metanif. It literally means it dirtied or sullied. Danishimach means that the fetus dissolved. And this dissolved substance came out. Everybody can tell. Whatever's born afterwards is from Bechora. Fish is that. This is a complete fetus. That is dissolved. But by a large animal, cow, etc. It's a sim. It's not a sign. You can have this sullied discharge without a, let's call it discharge, without a child, without a fetus. The amniotic sac itself has no kedusha. Though it's from it does not have any sanctity. Allowed to give it to a dog. V'daka ain't a simon, and by a small animal, it's not evidence. Mishnah ratio gimel. Saying simon daka tinuf. By a small animal, the sign of a fetus is the discharge. V'gasa, and in a large animal shaya, it is the amniotic sac. A large animal from which there flowed a clump of blood. I raised the gover. It's got to be buried. It's exempt from bechora. The assumption is that there's a fetus inside of it. It's just so much blood that it overwhelmed the fetus, and caused it to be lost, bitlo negated. We bury this clump of blood, just like bury the miscarriage of an animal, which is animal the b'chor behema Torah. Even though it's unholy, but they required us to bury the fire so much in order to publicize that this animal is exempt from b'chora. This is only required by a clump of blood, but not by the amniotic sac. Everybody knows that there's no sac without a fetus, that the animal is not exempt from b'chora. Same thing is true about the discharge of the small animal. But the clump of blood, it's not well known. Evidently, there's no such thing as a clump of blood by a small animal. You should know the betina v'yesh tonight Moshe Isbar. We'll see momentarily another condition in the discharge and its effect. Test. The reason why these don't have any intrinsic kedusha, it says in Chulin and Daf Ayin Zayd, in terms of the amniotic sac, most animals do give birth to something which is consecrated like a bechora. Consecrated as a bechor. And a minority give birth to something which is not kadosh as a bechor. It's not taking it on females. But my new name, what is this? Nidme. An animal which is looks different. Even though nidme means looks the same, it means different. It's not like, doesn't look like the mother, as we shall see. And besides that, anyways, 50% chance of it being a girl. Smoke me to nidma. Juxtapose the minority of animals which look dissimilar to the mothers. Lemerks in the caves to the 50% which are females. So a potential male bechor is a minority chance. Because the Ram also makes this reason. How many times this applies? So it's not Kodesh bechora. But in Bechoros it's clear that the reason Charor is different. Mishum shehabosin is bata barov dam, because anyway, the flesh, which was holy, is nullified by the majority of blood. The Ram also wrote this reason. But it's astonishing. Why do you need a separate reason that the flesh is batel? Anyway, you have the smoke middle chazaka. You have that the majority are not kosher b'chayra. But Ashas lo kosher. On the Gemara, it's not difficult. The Shama Omer something in Tuma and Tara. And that's a discussion of Tuma and Tara. But the Rambam was not discussing with Tara, but Kedusha's Poro. Why is there another reason? Like came the Gemara Yesh for a zoo. Perhaps since the Gemara brings this Svara, Lo to Ram Lavita Machel. The Ram didn't want to bring another reason. Uvadin ain't nafkina, but that La Lochas and nafkina. V'dayish no dezesh inspired Tina Pota. That what she said, that the discharge exempts Zadavka shor Tina the Davka Sheheru how Tina for the raw bucket specifically when they showed discharge to an expert shepherd. Vamish is Michael Vlad, and he said this is the dissolved fetus. I assume there's such experts man as that. Otherwise, the Arukh HaShulchan said otherwise. You're b'chor shebe'eser yitziyasim min harechem karcho b'fnim b'siv. If when you're taking a bechor out of the womb, you wrapped it inside the animal in a fiber, and you took it out and did not touch because the rechem not touch the walls of the womb, or you wrapped it in another amniotic sac, or its sister was wrapped around it. God didn't touch the walls of the womb, as he just explained. Or the walls of the womb opened so wide, it came out without touching the walls. Or the walls of the womb themselves became uprooted. You need to B'tzavar Shavlat, and they were hanging on the neck of the fetus. Yotza, that came out. All these are questions. If these are consecrated as B'chora or not, because it didn't touch the womb. The question are resolved. So it's a questionable B'chor. Also, if you put two wombs of two animals next next to each other, you have to say and a fetus went out from one womb and went into the other womb. And then it came out from the second womb. So Rechem or not? Which one? Haviganka by the live is also the question I resolved. Also, if some of the womb burst, but most of it is intact. There are parts that came out through the place where it burst open. Or most of it is burst open. That's their chomei that came out, however, through the intact part. It's a doubt. But if the walls of the womb were like scraped, as part of the width of the walls was removed from the inside. Shulchan does not bring all of these cases, any of these cases, mostly because they are not prevalent. If a sheep gave birth to something like a goat, or a goat gave birth to something like a sheep, or a ram, I should say, a young ram, I guess we'll call it Taish. Taish is a young male sheep. Patim Bechor is exempt from Bechora. Shem says, Ach Bechor Shor. It has to be Bechor Shor, which we interpret to mean. Ach Bechor Mutaru, this word Bechor is superfluous. Bechor Kamishtai Laminate, because the Pasuk was previously talking there about Bechor. It's by maybe because it says in Pasuk Tes Zayin, to receive Kol Peter Rechem, and he opens the wombs. As Rasha Kas, it comes to make a Rasha. And Shehu Shor Bechor Shor. It has to be an ox, and the Bechor has to be an ox. Same thing with sheep and with goats. Doimelim is got to be similar to its mother. Af Mixa Simonim had a small, a few minority of signs that it's like its mother. I raise the Bechor, that's sufficient. The men's bechor. The receive achilek, because ach, which distinguishes between various different scenarios. Come at achu miut, mi'aris and exclusion. Might the low boy rove damalimo. You don't need a majority of similarities to the mother. Bechor ba'mum kavua, but on the other hand, it's a bechor ba'mum with a permanent mum. She'enecha mum gada mishina briyaso. There's no mum which is greater than it having being different from its normal character. V'nola mumos, so it's an animal which is born with a mum. Yud Beis Chazva two of the two writes Rechel, meaning a Taish, not a Rechel, which would be a female. So it's Lav Dafka means a Taish, a male. Bas Rechel, the daughter of a Rechel, in other words, the son of Rechel. Both Rechel Bas Ez, and that sheep itself is the daughter of a goat. V'chein Ez Bas Ez, so to a goat, the son of a goat. Both Ez Bas Rechel, and that Ez is the daughter of that goes son of a sheep. Chen Rechel, Taish, Bas Ez, a male sheep, the son of a goat. Bas Rechel, the son of a sheep. Kulam Pturim Akal Lashono. They're all exempt. The Gemara brings it down. Ram Shmid said it's Ram leaves out. It's not clear why. I'm Beisesh because the time the hook. This is a difficult reason. I'm sure Shmid said. Shulchan also left out Motam and it's very difficult. I'm not sure. It seems that it's a it's similar to last halacha, and that it's a very rare case, but perhaps not. Perhaps goats and sheep interbreed all the time. What do I know? Okay, that's it for today.